Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub, the YouTube channel with Pep. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And today we're going to be reviewing...
Riverdale.
Yeah, Riverdale, the town with Pep. Episode 8, I think it is, The Outsiders. Now, obviously it took a break for quite a while, but it's back, our favourite show. So, I must admit, as usual, I enjoyed it very much. I get very engrossed into the show. So, I mean, it's pretty much picking up from last time. I mean, they're still investigating the murder. Archie's dad's like just about to break ground on the old cinema projection place, drive-in cinema building, so that's kind of going ahead. You've got so they're just about to break ground on that, but unfortunately Cliff Blossom, the man with the weirdest face, because as you'll know at the end he's just grinning like a moron. So yeah, I was just like, calm down mate. So yeah, he's kind of trying to sabotage so he can get the land back at a low price. Obviously no one knows that Hiram, Veronica's dad's like the mystery buyer, so there's all that speculation. So yeah, Cliff hires the crew to do something for like 2 years, so then Archie's dad's stuck without a crew, which is bad because he is, and I quote, hemorrhaging money. You know, the business is not doing as good as it used to be. I mean, elsewhere, pretty much Veronica and her mum have kind of settled their differences, and they want to, because Polly's staying at their house, they're thinking of throwing a baby shower, of which is going to bring together the two warring clans, Betty's family and Cheryl or Jason Blossom's family, because Cheryl's the sister. So what did you think? It looked as though you wanted to express a point.
I mean, they must have known it was never going to work. I guess, yeah, go on.
It was kind of going well.
It was. I mean, was I going mad? Well, mad's perhaps the up term. Was there a madness cover? Was that what I was hearing?
Yeah. Our house.
Oh, that was weird, wasn't it?
I knew you were going to bring that up. I was thinking, I guarantee when we do this, is going to bring the fact that the slowest song you've ever heard. I can't stand that song anyway.
It's not normally slow though, is it? It's this modern trend of let's take an old song and just make like a super slow atmospheric version of it.
Yeah, but I hate the song full stop. I hate the original version. If anything, I like this one better. So yeah,
that's crazy.
They're throwing a baby shower, and I don't like the vibe of the first song. So anyway, I mean, yeah. So they throw the baby shower, and it's going well. The granny has a funny line where she's spinning her thing. She's got the weirdest wheelchair. She's got a real strange wheelchair. It looks like it's kind of made out of wood, but whatever. So she predicts that she's going to give birth to twins, and it's going to be one of each. And then they're like giving gifts, and then eventually it kind of all kicks off. I mean, because Archie's dad's without a crew, all the young boys decide to work there to help him out until he gets a new crew, and then Moose is going back to get
Who's that guy?
I don't know, just a guy.
I thought so. I thought he's like a red shirt. He didn't get killed, but there's some dude we don't know who gets beaten up.
Yeah, and isn't following the trend of like the doofy names. So it's like, oh, is Moose okay? Yeah, because his name's Moose. So he gets battered, the generator gets mullered, and then there's a whole speculation, oh, is it the Southside Snakes? More stuff's coming out about Jason Blossom, that he was drug dealing and stuff like that, and then he went to a bar to do pickups across the other side of town, and it just so happens that's the bar Archie goes, because they're trying to find out.
Oh man, here it was again. They're trying to find out whether they're the ones that are sabotaging the thing, right?
Yeah.
They go into the bar, and what's there? A snake. Of course.
Well, I think the bar's called the White Worm or whatever. So yeah, they're just a bunch of kids, clearly high school kids, because Archie's wearing a Letterman jacket and sticking out like a sore thumb. So they're in this bar proper bar after hours and no one brings anything up, you know what I mean? If anyone tried to pull that over here, we'd be straight out, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah, they're in there. They start a fight with my man, and then like Jughead's dad comes down, and there's a big reveal. Oh my god, his dad's a Southside Serpent, so that he kind of absolves himself of any guilt. And then his Archie's dad turns up and is like, "Look, I had nothing to do with it, whatever." Um, but I'll ask some questions for you, and then Archie just kind of storms into the baby shower and starts kind of going off at Jughead for not telling him. So there's that real doofy stuff. There's kind of following the trend of, oh, I'm going to be annoyed at you for 5 minutes, and then, oh, it's going to be all cool. We're going to resolve it 10 minutes later. So yeah, they're cool, they're bros. So
Yeah, in case they didn't quite underline that, they literally had them say at one point.
yeah, so yeah, and then there's the whole pull and push. Oh, come back, Polly, and live with us. And it turns out the dad wanted her to have an abortion and pay for that. So the mother kicks off at the dad, and I swear
She's the worst.
like before it even properly kicked off, I swear she like laid hands on him, and that was jokes. So yeah, they were kind of kicking off. She was like, "Oh, get out, get out," and then at one point she goes quite clearly, "I'm not going to repeat myself. Get out." But she's not. That was funny.
This is one trend in TV shows I'll never understand. Why does the bloke always go,
Well, it's a moron anyway.
why don't you just say no, I'm going to stay?
Well, he tried to, didn't he? And then
And then he gave up.
Then she was like, "You know what I'm capable of," which was all
Oh,
very sinister.
God.
Whatever. So he ends up. He's a whack character anyway.
Yeah, but so is she.
He's got a gerbil face when he was smiling taking the pictures. So yeah, like, whatever. So yeah, the mother kind of warms up a bit, and she's like, "I'll come back and stay with us. Pop's gone." Blah blah blah, and then it turned like Jughead's dad comes back to work with Archie, and he's got all his boys with him, and it's like, yeah, we're looking for work. I knew that was kind of going to happen because they ain't going to get messed with. And then he speaks with Hermione and reveals that the people who attacked the Archie's dad's stuff is from out of town. They're from Montreal, and Hiram's got business there. So suffice to say, Hiram's find out about their a romance. So he's not happy with that. So he's like, "Oh, we're gonna find. You'd do better to find out who spoke behind your back, grassed, snitched." So you got that going on. So that kind of resolved that. And then right at the end, like Polly decides, "Oh no, I'm just gonna move into Thornhill, which is the Blossom establishment." For some kind of really random reason, she decides to move there.
I don't know, I'd move there as well, though. I wouldn't want to live that mother. She'd drive me over the wall.
I think it's all very sinister, so I'd be quite wary. I think that'd be the last. Yeah, but the mother's kind of sorted her act out now. She kind of cried on.
Yeah, but she's still a control freak.
Cried on Betty's arms. But I don't think they're going to be better because they've got the cash. They think they can do whatever.
I'm not the situation I'd rather be in.
And what's that?
Take the money. If you're going to be surrounded by crazy, at least have crazy that's got money.
I don't know. She'd probably wake up dead or something. They'll take the baby. It's all very.
Yeah, but you die rich.
Right. So, what did you think of the whole episode?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought, a lot of the plot I think was a bit predictable. I don't really buy into the. You know what? I do buy into it. I don't know what the mystery. I don't know where the mystery is going at this point. So I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
As in, who killed Jason? I have no idea.
To be honest, I don't really care.
No, none for one.
I'm just interested in what else is kind of happening. So it's like I'm not really that bothered.
I have less interest in that though. But I guess what they want to avoid doing is making the Jason thing the absolute center of the show, and wind up going like Twin Peaks when they resolve that everyone stopped caring. So I guess that's what they're going for, and I think they've got it at this point. I'm thinking if they can reveal whoever killed Jason, I probably still won't care that much, and they can go on with their show and do what they want to do.
It's interesting as well because obviously back at the trailer after hours, you've got like the dad saying, "Oh, we've all got our roles to play," and like the sheriff's son's boyfriend or whatever with the long hair, apparently he's in on whatever, and they're like, take the Letterman, Jason's Letterman jacket, and kind of get that out the way, and it's like, oh, just in case everything goes south, we've got this as an insurance policy. So obviously the guy, I forget his name, it's some Mexican name, he's close to the sheriff's son as a kind of espionage, if I could explain it in one word, a spy. So
Yeah, I think I finally clocked what the show kind of is. I know it confused me for a long time. I think it basically is Twin Peaks, maybe without the demonic possession stuff that show did, but
unless
this is
Sabrina
weird.
shows up.
Well, I mean, that's what's swayed my opinion, really. The news that Sabrina's going to come in. I know you're of the opinion that they'll bring Sabrina in, she won't be a witch. I think she'll be. There's no way you do Sabrina the Teenage Witch and she ain't a witch. So, to me, that just kind of validates what the show is. It's Twin Peaks, but on the CW.
So you think Salem killed him?
Sure, why not? But the cat.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed that I know that.
And then because he was a human, wasn't he? So he killed Jason Blossom, and then as a punishment, he got turned into a cat. Mystery solved. I kind of like it because it can deal with multiple kind of story arcs and stuff like that in an episode. There's generally a lot going on in each episode. So I kind of like that, I guess. This was a good episode, very engaging. Let's talk numbers.
7.5. Thought it was pretty good.
I'll give it a 7.
Fair enough.
Clearly, you're warming to it a bit more then. So.
Well, I mean, I'm like I said, I just think I can't say whether I'm warming to it or not, but I'm happier understanding what the show is now. That was my biggest problem. I didn't know what the hell I was watching.
It's doofy, but I like it. I like it a lot. It's very engaging. So yeah, that's our review for the 8th episode of
Riverdale.
Yeah, I'm Sam.
Wow, I'm Matt.
And this has been the Superhero Hub. See you in the next episode.